Not much is known about the ruins of this brick building near Henderson, Minnesota, but it is thought to be a stop along an old stagecoach route. As you stand on the road next to the building, you can almost imagine an old stagecoach driving by. There are some remaining clues. One portion of the building was made of brick. Actually, it appears that two different colors of brick were used. One of these was likely local Henderson brick, which were a chocolate, rusty color. The building was well insulated, as there was an inner and outer layer of brick, like the diagram above shows. Finally, the brick building appears to have a fieldstone foundation. Connected to the brick house is a wood addition, which was probably used for horses or other livestock. The foundation for this addition has been reinforced with concrete. This is how the outside of these structures may have appeared. This stagecoach stop is a little over a mile east of Henderson, where Herman Matthey began making brick in the 1860s. His brickyard was located along the Minnesota River on the northeast edge of Henderson. Farmers usually transported brick in the winter when they could pull small quantities on sleighs. Let's look a little closer at the ruins. In the late 1850s, many people came to Minnesota on large steamboats, which ran on the Mississippi River to St. Paul. From St. Paul, they could catch smaller steamboats, which ran up the Minnesota River. Some of the river towns that quickly sprang up were Shakopee, Carver, Henderson, Le Sueur, St. Peter, and Mankato. New settlers could also ride the stage between St. Paul and Mankato. In the late 1860s, the Minnesota Valley Railroad built a line from St. Paul to Mankato. The line was completed from St. Paul to Henderson in October 1867. Henderson and Le Sueur were both in Tyrone Township along the Minnesota River. The Minnesota Valley Railroad was built along the eastern edge of the Minnesota River. There were also a fair number of roads for stagecoaches and wagons, some shown by the red lines. The Stagecoach House is located at the Green Star, which is right on the edge of the Minnesota River bluffs. To show how much elevation change is associated with these bluffs, let's look at a topographic map. From the ferry road opposite Henderson, the elevation was about 750 feet. At the top of the bluff, near the Stagecoach House, the elevation is about 975 feet, which is a fairly sharp rise of about 225 feet. To help visualize this sharp rise, look at this old photograph of Fort Snelling, near St. Paul and Minneapolis. 750 feet would have been in the flats along the river, while 975 feet was at the top of the bluff. This is an 1898 plat map of Le Sueur County, showing the road north out of East Henderson. The Ney family owned several sections of land along the road, including the Stagecoach House. The first landowners were actually Wilhelm and Sophia Ney, who had settled the farm in the 1850s. This is the original land claim, filed by Wilhelm in Red Wing, Minnesota, for portions of Section 5 and 6, Tyrone Township. This claim was filed on the first day of January, 1859, making it one of the oldest claims in Le Sueur County. The Karlow family settled just north of the Neys, the original owners being Frederick and Wilhelmine. By 1928, both the Ney and Karlow farms had increased in size. This 2022 Google Earth image shows the Ney Farmstead and the Karlow Farmstead, which are both now part of the Ney Nature Center, a Sueur County Park. The Stagecoach House is located on the western edge of the Ney Farmstead, on the heavily wooded Minnesota River bluffs. Let's explore both of these farmsteads as they appeared in the fall of 2023. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Ney Nature Center. If you want to learn more about early steamboating along the Minnesota River, check out my video on the Minnesota River steamboat excursions of 1850. To learn more about the Ney Nature Center, check out their website, and make sure to plan a visit. That concludes the video. Make sure to check out my other YouTube videos and my primary website at mnbricks.com.